Hello everyone, it's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting video, and in this video I'm going to be playing some AI Dungeon 2. We're going to be playing in the World of Alarathos, or Alarathos. I don't think I've ever really said that name out loud. This is one of the paid worlds. I recently bought all of the paid worlds. I have all the paid worlds, but this is the one that I'm the most hype about, and it's the closest to the kind of thing that I do in like Jet Starlight already. Speaking of which, if you don't watch Jet Starlight, that's my daily AI Dungeon 2 series, so you should definitely check that out. We're 4 seasons deep right now. We're in the middle of season 4. We technically like just started season 4, so we're like a few episodes in. But the World of Alarathos is crazy, or Alarathos. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to say it. Not much is known about this world, other than that it is filled with more terror than any mind can imagine, and horrific creatures that could drive a sane man mad. However, it also holds a powerful promise, for the more you delve into its dark abyss, the more powerful you become. So this is going to be my first time doing anything in Alarathos. And I've already built my character. So my character is going to be Jet Black, male. I'm going to be undead. The undead are naturally resilient against like magic spells and attacks. And they're also like masters of necromancy. So they're just really good. I would argue the best races are either the undead or the demons. I'm pretty sure the demons are the best magic users in the whole game. And they can naturally corrupt anything, but I didn't want to go the route of demon. Then for classes, I decided to pick the tamer. The tamer is really cool. Not only can you summon some of the most powerful beasts in the world, but you can also create your own beast by forming a bond with a soul beast. So I'm really hype with that. I'm really hype about that. Being able to create your own monster seems like a really cool idea. I'm going to go with the faction Various, which is the closest thing to not really being in a faction. They're essentially just a whole bunch of travelers, and they don't seem to have any particular purpose. They just all are like, hey, we're getting power, because kind of what everybody's doing here. We're getting power. So I wanted to start with them because they seem like the most basic option. And then I'm going to start in Evenera. Now, Evenera is really cool. It's essentially described as a place that's just peaceful. Like, that's the whole thing. So with all these other locations being like, oh, they're attacked by monsters and all there's this other stuff, if you have a goal you want to achieve, it seems like you can always start here and then move into areas where you're going to have more trouble later. But I actually have a list of like objectives that I've made. And I'm going to try and like go through this big list. It has like 11 items on it, but I imagine I'm going to add more and just make a speed run per item on the list. So the first thing I put on the list is get to the bottom of the abyss to face off against the strongest monster in the world and to become the most powerful being in Alarathos. So in the description of Alarathos, they say the farther down you go into the abyss, the crazier it gets, the stronger the creatures, and the further you go, the more powerful you become. What if we just went to the bottom? Is the whole idea about this speedrun. So I'm going to try to like dive into the abyss and go directly to the bottom to fight the strongest thing and to just become the strongest thing in the world. I'm going to try to do that in 30 minutes or less. So that's my goal. So I hope you guys are hyped for that. So let me start the 30-minute timer. The timer has begun. Let me check. We're like almost 4 minutes into the episode. Okay, let's start game. Let's pop in. Doom, 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 doom. What's poppin'? Brand new whip just hopped in. Doom, 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 doom. Got options. Also, if you guys want to listen to music while you watch this, feel free to do so. I don't have music in my AI Dungeon 2 videos, specifically so you guys can set up your own soundtrack. Not much is known about this world, other than it is filled with more terror than any mind can imagine, and horrific creatures that could drive a sane man mad. However, it also holds a powerful promise, for the more you delve into its dark abyss, the more powerful you become. You are Jet Black, an undead tamer in the village of Evenera. You have lived your entire life there, and you have been taught by the villagers how to live among the living and to survive in the world. You've been a good student, and the village has decided to send you on a journey to find more knowledge and power. You leave the village with your trusted undead hound, Shade, by your side. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to summon a soul beast to bond with in order to create a flying phoenix. I don't know how to spell phoenix. Flying phoenix. I do know how to spell phoenix. A flying phoenix to use as your steed to dive into the abyss. Now you gotta remember this is a speed run, which means I need to try and like do this as quickly as possible. Within 30 minutes, I need to get to the bottom of the abyss if I can. Jet Black summoned a large soul beast to himself, but it was not the creature he had expected. Instead of a phoenix, he had summoned a large griffin with flame covering its body instead of its traditional feathers. Okay, that's interesting. I'm totally fine with that. So I'm going to hop onto the back of my flame griffin. You command Shade to stay behind and wait for you to return. You command the flame griffin to fly you straight to the bottom of the abyss. Let's see. So I'm pretty hype about this. If we get to the bottom, we should become incredibly powerful, is the goal. But also, there should just be an incredibly powerful monster at the bottom waiting for us. You soar to the center of this chasm, and just when you're about to reach the bottom of it, you begin falling straight through, and for a moment, you feel as if you're floating in a void of nothingness. Huh. Interesting. You think that... You wonder if you've truly reached the bottom of the abyss? Or if the abyss is actually endless? You believe that the strongest monster in the world lies at the bottom of the abyss. You also know that the further down you travel into the abyss, the more powerful you become. You try to detect if your power has increased significantly since you've flown to what seems to be the bottom of the abyss. You've become slightly stronger since you've traveled to the bottom of the abyss. However, your power has increased in a much more significant way after you've traveled even further. You realize that there is no end to this abyss. Interesting. So there's no end. So you could like try to fly down infinitely. You try to figure out if it is possible to yeah, like it's interesting that it's like infinite. Because if it's infinite, then it would be impossible for me to achieve my speed run in order to like reach the bottom. So now, what if I could create something that created like a limit to the abyss, like a true bottom? Because if there was a true bottom, then I could actually achieve my goal. Hold on, if there isn't a true bottom, you leap off the back of your flame griffin and dive into the infinite abyss. Your goal is an impossible one. You want to reach the bottom. You don't think anyone has ever just leapt into the leapt with an A has just leapt into the abyss before and expected to survive. You believe that if you reach the true bottom, you'll become the most powerful being in existence. Yeah, like I'm curious if there like is a true bottom. Come on. You dive headfirst into the darkness. You see a light below you. You accelerate towards it as it grows larger and larger. You've broken through the bottom of the abyss. You've reached your goal. Whoa, what? Okay, so there actually is a bottom. You try to detect how much power you have accrued from reaching the true bottom of the abyss. You imagine that you are not alone. Well, I guess you should say you believe. You believe that you are not alone, and that you likely will have to face off against the beast that lives at the bottom of the abyss, who likely possesses power that rivals your own, if not surpasses it. Yeah, like I feel like you should practically be a god. You know, like if you like reach the bottom of the abyss. How's the AI doing? Pretty good. You believe that you're not alone and that you'll likely, it's just repeating what I said. Retry. Don't just repeat what I said. You've become more powerful since reaching the true bottom of the abyss. You wonder what you could have possibly unleashed by reaching your goal. Like, it's not here? You look around for any monsters in the bottom of the abyss. You want to find the strongest monster in existence so that you can defeat them with your newfound power. I already was like undead, so like death isn't really a thing that I'm like too worried about when fighting against like the most powerful monster in existence or whatever. I'm resistant to most forms of magic spells and magic attacks, or at the very least resilient against. So I don't know, I'm not too afraid because I now have like a super power boost as well. The bottom of the abyss is a barren wasteland that goes on forever in all directions. You see no life anywhere in any shape or form. Nothing. But you feel as if you're being watched. It's not a pleasant feeling. Hold on. You wonder if the beast at the bottom of the abyss has transcended beyond... Wait, hold up. Physical form. Or if the abyss itself is the beast at the bottom of the abyss. You say, show yourself. I know you're here. You either are a being that exists beyond the physical world, or you are this endless plane of existence that lies at the bottom of the abyss. Yeah, I'm being watched, so I know that I'm not alone. So let's see how this is gonna go. I am limitless, A voice that originates from every direction, from below you, from above you, from within your very soul responds. I am timeless, the voice continues. I am the beginning, the voice says. I am the end. You will meet your end today. The way you describe yourself is like how many would describe a god. I am at the bottom of the abyss. My power and your power cannot be that much different. We've both ascended beyond the abyss's infinite depths. Face me, materialize into a form that I may battle. I will slay you. For the honor of my village, I will have your head. Yeah, because I have this backstory that it gave me where it's like, your village sent you to like gain more knowledge and power. So I might as well rep the village. Shout out to Evanar, you already know. Or is it Evanara? It's something like that. Oh, brave little human. You do not understand the immensity of what you have found yourself in. It is not I that will face you. It is your own understanding of reality that will collide with the truth and shatter like glass. Show yourself, you demand once more. You don't understand what you are up against. You believe that because you were already here, that you have attained some greater power. But our power should be evenly matched. No being could exist that would be stronger than either of us. Take shape and allow me to finish you. Any other option would be you showing cowardice. I'm trying to egg it on. And I do have a plan for taking down the supposed godlike being. Suddenly, in an instant, the darkness that fills the endless abyss disappears, and you find yourself floating in a void of nothingness. You look around, but see nothing other than your own body. That honestly doesn't really change anything. The darkness disappears, but you are floating in a void of nothingness. It almost seems like I'm farther up in the abyss from before. I actually am not entirely sure what even happened. You look around for the beast at the bottom of the abyss. I wonder, because the beast at the bottom of the abyss is, at the bottom of the abyss has its own voice. It's not necessarily me, but it also claims to be everything. You are in nothingness. You look around but find nothing. There is no ground, no sky, no anything. You look at your hands, and despite the fact that you are in perfect darkness, you can see them perfectly. You stretch out your arms and look at your body. You're in a void. You gain no points is actually like an interesting descriptor. Okay. Well, then I'm going to start doing some Jet Starlight style stuff. You attempt to harness the power of the void in an attempt to summon, a beast of your own creation that can force the beast at the bottom of the abyss to materialize into a form you can fight. So that's an interesting play. Let's see how that goes. You close your eyes and meditate. A hum starts to emanate from your throat as you attempt to will a creature of your own imagination into existence. After a while, you hear a whimpering sound in the distance. You open your eyes and look around. Hello? Creature, I have manifested you into this reality. What is your name? The whimpering stops, and the silence resumes. You wait patiently, and after a few minutes you hear the whimpering once more. You look around once more, trying to find the source of the faint noise. Hello? You float through the void in search of your creation. You command the creature you have summoned to force the beast at the bottom of the abyss to manifest itself into a form that you can fight. Yeah, because I don't really need to find the creature, right? For me to let out a command. You float through the void. As the whimpering sound gets louder and louder, you look below you and you see a faint blue light beginning to materialize. Yes, what is your name, creature? The light suddenly flashes, and you find yourself staring at a small fairy-like creature. It has two large wings on its back, and a small orb acts as a substitute for its head. Creature, I have summoned you into this reality. What is your name? Yeah, true. Like, I still haven't learned the creature's name. The creature stares at you for a few moments before collapsing to the side. I require a name. The fairy creature smiles at this before poking you in the forehead and giving a high-pitched laugh. Kairos! You are shocked by this reaction. Okay. You command Kairos to force the beast at the bottom of the abyss to materialize into a being that you can fight. I really didn't need to know Kairos' name. I'm getting too comfortable because I need to remember it's a speed run. I do like to learn characters' names and learn more about them and stuff. The fairy laughs at this before disappearing. You suddenly feel the ground underneath you. You look around. You see an endless forest covering the ground with a dirt road leading onwards. Wait, what? Beast at the bottom of the abyss. Have you materialized into a forest? Yeah, like this is actually like a weird thing where it's like the enemy is a location all the time. I can whoop a location, I guess. I just need to like summon something that can do that. Suddenly a rift in space appears and you stare into the eyes of a truly horrifying creature. Its skin seems to be made of molten rock, and inside it you see small galaxies floating around. Holy shit. Okay, that's pretty cool. Finally, you coward. Rip open that void. Or I guess rip open that rift. And face me will fight one-on-one. I don't know. I'm feeling really confident about this. The creature stares at you laughing. I created you. I can unmake you just as quickly. All it takes is a thought and a wish. You are shocked by this revelation. How could that be? The world is flat. Oh, he's a flat worlder? He's one of those guys? Excuse me. I'm gonna get rid of the line that says the world is no. I got rid of the line where I go, how can that be? And now I'm going to say, you talk a big game. If you could unmake me, you would have already. Just come out of your little hole. I'm tired of your excuses. Yeah, like just come out and throw hands. I am ready to like toss the dukes with you. We're both like gods. I don't care if you have galaxies in your eyes. A horrible ear-splitting cackle fills your ears as the creature bursts forward. Molten rock is thrown into the air before falling back down to earth in a hellish rain. You stare at the creature in front of you, barely able to comprehend its existence. Okay. I am a summoner. A beast maker. A master of death itself. There's nothing you could do to truly defeat me. You depend on magic. But I am resilient to magic. Or at the very least, resilient against magic. I could summon a beast to kill you. But I imagine that you look a lot tougher than you actually are. I've gained a lot of power falling through the abyss. Prepare to feel that power in a massive attack. You attempt to summon all the soul beasts that you know of, but instead of materializing them, you absorb their power, or you attempt to absorb their power into your very soul. You are trying to transform into the ultimate chimera. Bet you didn't see this coming, literally anybody. I told him one-on-one. You feel a surge of power going through your body, and your skin begins to regenerate. You feel all your injuries healing up. Sure. I mean, that's fine. You attempt to unleash the power you have absorbed, becoming the ultimate chimera. I kind of wanted to retry that, actually. I felt a surge of power, I regenerated, but I wasn't hurt in the first place. Describe the transformation, I want to see this. Suddenly, your body begins to undergo a change. You watch as your skin stretches and grows to several times its size. You look at your hands as they turn into chaotically swirling masses of fire. You attempt to scream in agony, but no sound comes out. Okay. You attempt to power through the pain of your transformation and to strike the beast at the bottom of the abyss with your swirling, flaming fist. Let's hit it up. It's time to fight a god with the power of a god. You attempt to strike the beast, but he quickly disappears. You're left with a strange feeling of sticking to something. You begin to feel as if you're stuck in the very fabric of reality. You begin to lose interest in everything. Interesting. You realize that your opponent is attempting to immobilize you and to take away your fighting spirit. How do you get past this? You say, I will never give up. You can't stop me. I don't need to move to defeat you. You attempt to fire, a shockwave of divine flame from your swirling, flaming fist in all directions. You know that no matter where the beast at the bottom of the abyss is, that it won't be able to avoid an area of effect attack. Do-doom-doom-doom. Do-doom-doom-doom. Because if the beast can just like disappear, it likely either teleported out of the way slightly, or it like jumped ship to like another universe or something. We'll see. You feel your body convulsing as you fire the powerful shockwave. The shockwave seems to harmlessly dissipate before it reaches its target. I've missed this feeling, you hear the beast say. So few can put up a fight in this way anymore. I'm gonna say, there you are. You appear to have nullified my attack. That's fine. I've come up with a new plan. You attempt to bond with the soul of the beast at the bottom of the abyss in order to tame it, to become your servant. Yeah, I'm a tamer. So it doesn't matter that you can like freeze me in place where I can't move. It doesn't matter that you can like nullify my attacks. If I can tame you, you'll just be on my side anyways. Ooh, let me stop the timer. Let's read that last response before I wrap things up. You begin to feel a new power welling up within you. You attempt to grab the beast. You successfully grab the beast, and you begin to feel your soul changing. Your body begins to convulse as you struggle to maintain your hold on reality. So, I don't know how close we were getting to actually like defeating the beast or getting the beast to be tamed by us. But definitely let me know if you guys would like to see like a part 2 to this video where I attempt to like either defeat the beast somehow or I successfully like tame the beast. And let me know if you'd be interested in seeing me do any other like speed runs. Like I said, I have a whole list of Alarathos speedrun goals. So this was number 1. Number 2 is take over the city of Nephetum. Number 3 is destroy the city of Nephetum. Number 4 is face off against the ruler of Euryphalia, who is known as the greatest hero of all time, so that you can claim the title for yourself. Number 5 is destroy the city of Euryphalia. Number 6 is protect the city of Euryphalia from a monster attack. Number 7 is take over Arax by defeating Demon King Roth. Number 8 is destroy Arax. Number 9 is become the new leader of the Monster Hunters of Forn. Number 10 is defeat the Monster Hunters of Forn and help the monsters take over the city. And number 11 is train an apprentice to become a monster hunter in the Crimson Tower of the Lack. So those are just a few like speedrunning goals that I could set for future videos. Let me know if any of those goals are of interest, or if you have your own goals that you would like me to try and achieve in future videos. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding, 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 ring the notification bell to be notified whenever we do these videos. Also, make sure that you tune in daily for Jet, Starlight, and Xena Fairy Monster Hunters. That is my daily AI Dungeon 2 series. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black the one only, logging out. Peace. Chicken gawa.